The other sport I hate is grunting. I hate it. I can't. Sean loves it. I hate grunting. I think it's really boring.
No, I hate it, especially Wimbledon grunting.
That's... Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Monday night. Is it Monday? Yeah, it's Monday. Monday night's edition of The Woody Show. Quick question, right? YouTube asked it. No, not YouTube. Twitch asked this question on Twitter. For $5,000, would you stream non-stop for 72 hours? Tracy?
No. No, it's not worth it.
Nikki?
Physically, no.
It's not worth it for 5,000. I might consider it for 10 or up. 72 hours is a long time.
5 days.
It's 3 days
Yes,
solid.
3 days, sorry.
Yeah. It's all very well doing a 24-hour stream, but I mean, I wouldn't. But you know, physically and mentally, I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, do they mean streaming 3 days solid with sleeping? Like, because you can do sleeping streams. So
they just asked the question exactly as I'd asked it, but I was going to talk about.
That wouldn't be
I was
so
going to talk
bad.
about sleeping streams.
That wouldn't be so bad, but still not for 5,000. I'd say 10,000, and I would make sure that I could do sleeping as well in it. So I would happily stream for 3 hours. For 3 hours. 3 hours for 10,000. Yeah. For 3 days for $10,000. Yeah, because it's very intrusive as well. It's hard mentally, it's hard physically, and it's very intrusive. So for 10 grand, yeah, I might sell my soul for 3 days, but not 5.
Tracy, I've heard of sleep streams. I heard of sleep streams the other day. Somebody said that they've done a sleep stream, and I was reading about it on Reddit, and somebody said, yeah, I did a sleep stream. And somebody said, why'd you do a sleep stream? And I said, ad revenue. I'm fast asleep in bed, and the ad revenue's rolling in. But what exactly is a sleep stream? I mean, is the camera focused on somebody in bed sleeping?
Literally, yeah. Literally.
I'm not doing that because I end up playing with myself half the night.
Yeah, well, then you need to stream on the sites. You need to stream the stream on the sites that you're allowed to do that on. I was going to say, because I think it's a bit of a crossover from the live action porn cam sites, because they do sleep streams there, and basically viewers can throw money at them while they're sleeping. And you know, some people watch to maybe sort of like catch a fart, or maybe see you scratching your bum or something like this, or a tit might fall out. And so I think it's kind of come over from that, or it's gone over from Twitch to that. I don't know. There's been a crossover, and people on Twitch do sleep streams. Amaranth does them every now and then, and basically you see them in bed. They get ready for bed, and they get into bed, and then they sleep, and that's it.
I couldn't do it because Donna chucks the bloody covers off her, and
I sleep naked as well, and I end up with the covers off.
So do I.
But yeah, but that's exactly what a sleep stream is that you just are willing to sleep, and obviously you've got to make sure you're completely within terms of service the whole time. So you wouldn't be able to accidentally play with yourself or expose a tit or anything like that, because all that would be against terms of service on Twitch. But farting, snoring, looking cute with your little cuddly bunny wunny, and everyone goes, oh, look, isn't she cute? Let's give her some money. And also the other thing is that what people do, because they don't realise that we can turn the sound down on our end, is they throw bits and money at the stream to try to make the sounds of money coming in to wake the person up. But of course we've got it on silent on our end, and can't actually hear it going, yay, bits and everything like that. So, but it's not something I've ever been tempted with, because I sleep nude as well. But also, if I didn't sleep nude, I really, really don't want to be seeing any ghosts that might be coming in to visit me at night. That's what puts me off. In case I've got a ghost that comes and looks at me. Yay! Look at that! I ducked just at the right time.
Because the other thing I'm thinking of doing is going what we did the other night with our poetry and short stories. Is I might stream during the day, just narrating things, you know, like short stories. I might just do a quick stream with a short story on there. Because when the weather changes, I've got some ideas that you two can either join in with or not. But I'm gonna, sort of our normal streaming times, I'm gonna do live streams like Mark does from the centre of London, but not based like Mark is on the stream being about Mark. It's gonna be about, well, me, whatever tourist attraction I'm at.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
Mark sometimes does, actually, to be fair.
Oh, Lowestoft Pier will be
Oh
a good one.
yeah. I'll spend a week up there talking about Lowestoft.
But to be fair, Mark does. I have caught a couple of those ones where he's gone out and he's stood like on the central reservation, you know, of a road in London and looking backwards towards a really nice view of London. And I think it's a really good idea because the Americans love it. They love seeing London, and I think, yeah.
I found out did I tell you? You know about my eyes, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an eye infection. What it is I forgot about this. I've got a tumour behind my left eye that an optician identified a few years ago. And the reason that my eye is streaming is because the chemotherapy is working on that tumour.
Oh.
And that's why my
so
eye's
cool.
constantly streaming. Huh?
That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so weird and so cool at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I was sitting in the optician's and he kept looking at my eye and he's looking and looking and he's looking. And then he went out of the room and he come back in again with his colleague and she had a look and he come back and he said, I'm going to refer you to hospital because you've got a tumour behind your eye. Did you know that? And I said, no, I didn't. And he said, well, you know, he said, it could be cancer. And I said, well, actually, I've got cancer. And he said, oh, what you got? I said, follicular lymphoma. He said, that'll be what it is then. But he didn't know how to deal with it. But he said, that'll be what it is then. But I did refer me to hospital. The hospital did check it out, which was a very surreal experience because the consultant in the hospital said, I'm just going to anaesthetise your eye and then I'm going to put a lens on it. So she dropped this stuff in my eye to anaesthetise it. And then, do you know what a lupe is?
Yes, a wolf.
No, it's not a wolf. Do you know what a lupe is?
No, I don't think so. But
it's a lens about that thickness that jewellers use. They put it in their eye to get really close up. Yeah, she put one of those right on the surface of my eye. I've never had anything done like that before. And she had a good look round and she said, yeah, it's definitely a tumour there. So when I phoned the hospital today about the thingy and they said that we've had the results back of your eye swab and you haven't got an infection in your eye. So the only thing it can be is the tumour behind your eye. So yeah, I've got a couple of ideas. I'm thinking one day when I'm really bored, should I just narrate some short stories on stream out of our normal times? What do you think? Do you think I'd do a good job at it when I do it?
Oh yeah, your natural voiceover. I mean, seriously, you should be doing voiceovers for commercials and not like for commercial projects and stuff. You should be being paid for it. You should have an agent and everything. And I'm not taking the piss. I am saying you've got a voice. I did.
Yeah, I did commercials for Sains. I had a contract with Sains, with Safeway. I'm earning a lot of money out of. I can't. The trouble is, right? That requires commitment, Tracy, and it's one thing I can't give. You've seen what with my health, right? I mean, I couldn't even finish 2 models that I was building because halfway through them I got seriously ill. It requires a commitment that I can't give. That's why I had to give up work. You know, I can't give that commitment.
One-offs, one-off projects and things. There's always people that need them.
Yeah, but they want a commitment. You know, can you have this done by Thursday? Well, I don't know.
Oh, I see that type of commitment. Well, I was going to say because you've got all the gear. You've got all the gear.
I've got the gear. Yeah. What I can't do is I can't give the commitment.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Can we use for a voiceover tomorrow? Yeah, sure. And then tomorrow morning I wake up and I'm ill.
Well, to be honest, Steve, I think you should be committed.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen what's on the back of this beer bottle, Mickey? One of them.
What we got there? Oh,
free gift. The bug bird.
Oh. Buy one get one free. Actually, I bought some of them yesterday for Christmas. Actually. Yeah.
No, they're a special offer at the moment. 24 bottles for £10 on it, something like that.
Well, I bought 6 for $3.99.
It's a special offer.
Because it's only me that's going to drink beer, and I don't drink a lot of beer, so 6 will do me for Christmas Day.
I'm making mince pies for Christmas. But I'm cheating. I'm getting just roll pastry.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same frozen. I think
we did have a proper Kenwood chef type thing, but we threw it out. I didn't even know we'd thrown it out.
I normally make it myself with my hands, but I just can't be bothered this year. But I've already had the grandkids telling me that I've got to make them.
I thought I'd make some.
I went out.
I thought I'd make some.
And then Donna moaned at me because I got Robinson's mincemeat instead of fucking Asda's. She said, "Why? That's so much more expensive." I said,
"So much more nicer." It's like
better quality.
It's like there's certain things, right?
Yeah,
like, tomato soup can only ever really be Heinz, can't it? Can't be anything else. Nothing else tastes like tomato soup like Heinz. It used to be Heinz was the only decent ketchup you could get, but now Sainsbury's, Tesco's own ketchup is really nice. I quite like that.
I like Branston's ketchup.
I like Branston beans. Now, as you know, I'm quite active on Reddit. I do like Reddit for the I know you two don't know anything about it, but I do like it for the technical aspects. But it actually horrifies me when I read Reddit. All the misinformation about copyright there is out there. And the biggest bit of misinformation is that the only people can decide if copyright has been breached or not is a judge.
Yeah.
That's the only person that can decide it, right? None of this, you're only doing it for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is fine. You'll get away with it for 30 seconds. No, it doesn't matter. There's no time limit. Copyright theft is copyright theft. You know, none of these urban legends, like if you only do it for 10 seconds, that's fine. Oh, that's fair use because you've transformed it. Well, hang on. You can't decide if it's fair use or not. The only person that can decide if it's fair use is a judge in a court. And there's so many YouTubers, not so much Twitch streamers, but YouTubers that start a channel up and they get caught out by these things. Well, I only had 10 seconds of copyright music on it, or I gave the artist credit. Now, credit don't pay the fucking bills. I gave the artist credit, or it was fair use. It was fair use because I transformed it.
Do you know? I've seen it on YouTube that even people with the radio on in the background are getting demonetized for it. Just because there's a tune playing on. I mean, you can probably hardly hear it, but because it's on there, you get demonetized for it straight away. I've seen it happen.
It happens to me in my dashcam group. When I upload dashcam footage with the car radio on, occasionally Facebook will say, "Oh, I've muted that."
Yeah.
You've also got to be careful on places like YouTube and that, especially if you're going for monetization. You've got to be careful to not be seen to be advertising. So even if you've just got, like, say I was wearing a T-shirt that said Coca-Cola on it, that particular video may well get unmonetized because I'm advertising anyway. So you've got to just be so careful with trademark symbols and copyright and everything. So
well, that's why I have to double check before.
You'd be all right with bustywomen.com.
Say what?
Yeah. T-shirt. You'd be all right with bustywomen.com on your T-shirt.
And where have you got that pointing to?
What pointing to?
I meant the URL bustywomen.com.
I don't know.
It depends though. If I was wearing that, it would still be advertising something that potentially YouTube wouldn't like. So
yeah,
got to be.
I've got some new T-shirts that are coming tomorrow, I think.
Nice.
I've got a yellow one and an orange one that have got Woody.tube.
Whatever happened? Yeah, I was going to say whatever happened to your Woody T-shirts that you used to wear.
So I got them when they're all large. I'm 2XL, and they were getting a bit tight. But I've got some more coming tomorrow, which have got Woody.tube written across the front, quite large. That I can advertise because it will be on my YouTube. And I was wearing the last.
Yeah. And it's yours.
Yeah.
It goes from you to you.
Yeah. But this is why I'm personally so careful about copyright. It's like I say. And the other misconception is that other people just look at YouTube and think, well, that streamer's doing it, therefore I'm going to do it. That's why I've signed up to places like Envato and Epidemic Sound and Shutterstock, because everything I use on this stream, every single image I use on this stream, I've got a license for to use commercially. Even the background behind us, you can't just go and You can't just go and grab an image off Google. Because you'll get a copyright strike if the owner sees it. So everything I've got, I've had to license, which is why I've got to check on copyright for reading the books, because I haven't checked on that. And I'll have a good look round tomorrow if I'm feeling better. So that's what I wanted to say about the copyright. All the urban legends out there are absolutely ridiculous, you know. And the one that makes me laugh the most is, oh, you can get away with it if you only do it for less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you know what that is? They're getting confused with how long a song can be played before. Oh no, I can't remember what it is, but you're allowed to play a song for up to 30 seconds. To showcase it. No, to showcase it, but it's got to be no. You're shaking your head.
I am, because you're incorrect. There is no time length on copyright theft, right? You are not
talking about not talking about copyright theft. I'm saying they're getting confused with if you've got your own song. If you've got your own song, you're allowed to put up a certain amount of time in seconds.
Well, it's your copyright. You can put out what you like.
But yeah, I can't. Like I said, I can't remember what there's a thing that I can't remember. Obviously, it's been a long time ago since we last produced the CD, but I remember it was a 30-second rule of putting something up, but it wasn't to do with somebody else. Like you couldn't do the 30-second rule, but that's what they're getting confused with. They're getting confused with you can do 30 seconds.
She was like this with the offside rule, wasn't she, Mickey?
Okay.
She was.
Carry on.
In her mind, she might know what she's talking about, but actually it just comes across like she's wibbling, doesn't it?
There's a disconnect,
there is a disconnect
somewhere.
Tracy. In your mind, you probably think you're absolutely. In your mind, you probably think that's some sort of.
Hang on, we're getting that look again.
Sounding like that's what I said. I said I can't remember the bloody rule, the thing. I can't remember the exact thing. Otherwise, I'd be able to explain it properly. I know I was coming across sounded like it was all bonkers, but I'm saying that the people who say 30 seconds, it's fine. They're getting it confused with. When you actually own the copyright and you want to put it somewhere
She's doing it again,
to showcase it.
You're wibbling again, Tracy. You're wibbling.
Wibbling.
All right, you're wibbling.
It's a good job she can't reach us when you get the
we do,
slap.
I'm closer than you. Is it me or is the stream skipping? No, it's you, Andy.
No, the stream
the stream is skipping. We did notice that.
Yeah.
It's just the video, I think. The audio's not skipping, is it, Andy? Because that's the important thing, the audio, because we turn it into a podcast. Right. There was a couple of other things on my list, and I've forgotten what they were now. Did you see the football tonight, Mickey? I know you want to talk about England, but did you see the football tonight? Brazil versus South Korea.
I didn't see the football
4-0
tonight.
by half time.
No, I've been busy doing other things.
If we ever meet Brazil, they'll slaughter us. They will. They're just magic. They just play like magic. It's Brazil, fantastic. It's a good game, and I fell asleep for the second half. I took some morphine during half time, and the next thing I know, it was 45 minutes later. So the morphine obviously works in that respect, and obviously.
But having said that, Brazil have been beaten.
Yes, I know they beat 1-0 by the other day, but. If they played like they played tonight, we don't stand a chance. It was pure Brazil magic.
I thought South Korea played exceedingly well. There was three or four times that they actually had a ball on target for the goal, but it was saved. The goalie was so good. The goalie saved them. So had the goalie been slightly subpar, it could have been a draw. So
it could have been. Had anybody been subpar, it could have been a different game. But Brazil played with the Brazilian magic, and when they play like that, they're unbeatable. And I know Mickey wanted to talk about the England game, so go on, Mickey.
Well, no, I just mentioned it before we came on. I thought it was apart from the first 25, 35 minutes where I thought we were a bit sort of pedestrian. After the first goal, I thought we played quite well.
We did.
And then towards the end of the second half, I think we started to slack off a bit, which let Senegal in with a few strikes on goal. We were lucky that they didn't score, to be fair. But all in all, I think it was a plus for us. I've got no fears of going in
No, me
against
neither.
France.
I think we'll do well against France. I think the French press are actually building it
Yeah.
up to be the make or break game of the tournament.
I've got no fear. As long as we can control Mbappe, I don't think there's much behind him that's much of a threat to us.
I'll be honest and say that even
quite looking for. I think that's on Saturday.
Even if we go out against France, I think we've given a good account of ourselves.
Well, we haven't lost
yet.
No,
we haven't lost yet. If we go out against France, I think we've given a good account of ourselves. What you've got to remember is I think France are the current world champions, aren't they? Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, I just thought that yesterday, apart from the first half hour, where we were pretty pedestrian. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. As soon as we started knocking it a bit longer instead of short passing to each other, that gave us a bit more space, which obviously contributed to us scoring. And what a goal! Yeah. Foden and Saka, I think it was, wasn't it? What a goal that was! I also think Henderson should be made captain. Yes, I do. Yeah, I mean, Kane's too quiet, and Henderson. I was watching Henderson. Yeah, he was dodging everybody about. I mean, he's Liverpool's captain, isn't he? Yeah. You could hear Henderson sort of, shouting, barking his orders, but when he's not playing, you hardly hear bloody Kane. So yeah, and I think actually he plays in a better position to be a captain. If you're a striker up front on your own, you haven't got an overview of what's going on the whole of the pitch. I don't believe. I mean, I might be wrong, I think but in my opinion, somebody in the midfield has got a good thing what's going on, good idea what's going on behind him, good idea what's going in front of him, and he's better positioned for marshalling the team, I think. So, yeah, and Henderson's very good at that. It was a good game. The other thing that came in the game is a lot of people have been on a downer about Maguire, but I think Maguire played exceptionally well in that game. And every time there was a corner, there was Maguire up there on that far post doing what Maguire does. And a couple of times he got the ball and he headed it back towards goal, didn't he? Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, he's not as fast as he was, to be sure. But, I mean, I think he's now... And he's not doing very well for his club, but for his country, this is his last World Cup, really well. I mean, it's like Kane. Yeah, I think so. I think Kane, this is his last World Cup. I think probably Henderson, this is his last World Cup as well. They are getting on a bit, but we've got new and exciting players coming up like Foden, Bellingham. I think I said Saka. The other day, I think some of the older players should stay on for the Euros to help bring these youngsters through. I mean, the Euros are what, in 2 years' time? If they can, then, but people like Henderson, when they finish, I'd like to see him in a coaching role, to be fair, because I think he'd do really, really well as a coach. I love the respect that him and Bellingham have for each other. The way they celebrated that goal, did you see it? That's respect. Yeah, well, head to head. That is true respect. That's old lion and young lion, but... They both respected each other. I actually listened to Roy Keane talking about Bellingham, and he reckons he's got a... Well, yeah, just about. Don't forget I'm from Suffolk. But he was saying that Bellingham's got the head of a 26-year-old in the body of a 19-year-old, so they reckon he's an all-round player. I mean, where do you play him? Do you play him as a defensive midfielder, attacking midfielder? Because he can do it all. Like hitting attack, you saw what he's capable of. But he needs the manager to allow him the freedom to go where he wants to go. Agree. It's no good tying him down. All right, you're inside left, and that's where you're going to stay, because you're taking the best of his game away from him. Then you've got to give him the freedom to go where he. And to see where he was popping up last night, he'd be on the left 1 minute, on the right, he'd be down the middle, I can't fault the lad. I think he's absolutely fantastic. And And he used to play for Birmingham City,
No, I know,
believe it or
I
not.
know.
But since he went over Bayern, he's having a fantastic. I think he's Bayern. He's
I
playing
think
for
so.
fantastic player. I think, and I think I don't know, it was Neville or somebody was saying last night he can go on to be the best midfielder in the world.
He could.
And I
He
believe
be,
he can be. He can.
The new Gaza. The new Gaza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thoughts, Tracy?
Yeah. But without the
without
fucking drink.
Thoughts, Tracy? On the match?
I said I thought it was a good game. I was watching it with my grandsons actually, accidentally, because I was babysitting. Well, I was looking after them, and my daughter was supposed
You were
to be...
accidentally looking after them?
No, I was looking after them, but I accidentally watched the game with them because my daughter was supposed to be in by the time the game started, and she wasn't. So we watched the game together, and according to my grandson's screams and cheers and oh, that pass was terrible. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, like I said that I would be the other day. That
Did you give your daughter a telling off for being in late?
Oh, I said. Well, she messaged me, said, "Does it have to be 7 o'clock?" And I said, "Well, 7:45."
If you're not in by 7, you're not getting any fucking supper.
Well, she rolled in with a kebab.
Oh dear.
I
suppose that's better than rolling in with some.
Oh, I know.
Chap.
God, no, they're both past that stage. Thankfully, they've both got really decent boyfriends and partners. They're, because her partner was looking after the boys, and then I took over at about 3. And he went out to go and watch the football and stuff, and we all get on really well. So that's what I mean. We're past the stage of this is some random guy I met on the bus and just like, oh Jesus. But yeah, so she, before 7 o'clock, she said, she messaged me and said, does it have to be 7 o'clock? And I said 7:45 because I was thinking half time, 7:45, and that's my final offer. Well, she ended up getting in at 8, so I'm not going to be so upset about that. Although I did miss, between leaving her place and getting to my place, I did miss that last England goal.
You should have stayed where you were.
She needed her bed. She
shared
needed her
kebab.
bed. She really did. She needed her bed. I said to the boys, I said, I'm overriding mummy. You can stay up and watch the rest of the football, but you must go to sleep after that. And they were so cool about that. They were really happy. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. And I think it made it better that the boys, I was watching most of it with the boys. And anyway, so I was saying, I thought Senegal was going to beat us mainly because of our performance in the USA match, and also did we have a match after that, didn't we? Who did we play? Wales. It wasn't they weren't matches that were full of life and you know, like lots of passing and trying for the goal and things like this. And I just thought Senegal looked more creative compared to us. So I'm pleasantly surprised and pleased that on the day we did play marginally better, and marginally, you know what I mean. We played better.
The thing with Senegal is they're very fit and very fast, which meant that we had to pass the ball instead of fucking dallying around. Like
they weren't African champions for no reason.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. Watching Senegal before our match, it was like I'll be surprised if we get past this lot, because they were fast, zip passing and everything, whereas we kind of like stumble up the pitch and stumble back again, and then we hold on to the ball and then we kick it backwards, and it's like a stroll in the park compared to Senegal. So
I predicted a 2-1 victory to us, but obviously I got it wrong because it was 3-0. But I did expect Senegal to score. And in the last 10-15 minutes, I'm surprised they didn't.
No, I'm surprised. They had some good chances. Well, that save from Jordan Pickford.
I never rated him, to be fair.
He came off his arm. Jordan Pickford, he's Everton's keeper, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
The guys from Senegal, you know, they played in the English league. I mean, like their
English
keeper
league,
is Chelsea's keeper.
Yeah. But he didn't look that That good to me. If you notice, when it came to goal kicks, he was always taking them short to the side. I can't remember him taking a
To
long
me, it
kick.
looked like he was out of his depth.
Yeah. I've spent today repairing my son's PlayStation 4 Pro.
Ooh. What happened?
He put out on Facebook Saturday. It was overheating and shutting down. Does anybody know how to fix it? I said, well, why didn't you ring me on
Uber the
Facebook?
fucking fan.
Send it to Daddy.
That's
So
the answer, isn't it?
I fetched it home yesterday, stripped it down, full of dust. Yeah, full of dust. Hasn't been cleaned. It's 4 years old, never been cleaned. I repasted the CPU, put it all back together.
Yeah.
Sweet as a nut.
Yeah, my
Sweet as a
grandson.
nut. So yeah, so I've had a productive day today. I really quite enjoyed that, to be fair. I did have to go on YouTube to suss out how to get into it. You know, how to get the covers
That,
off.
by the way, is the other thing airbrushes are really good at.
What? Cleaning out dust. Yeah. But this, I had to take it apart because the fan's buried right inside it. And you got to take everything out to get to the fan. But that was absolutely heaving. All the vents were clogged.
Well, I absolutely.
Everything is.
Well, I have one of these.
Yeah.
Inside.
I
I've got one. I've got an
This
electric
is
one.
what it is. It's an electric duster.
That is the highlight.
What?
That's the highlight of the stream.
Here you go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no advertising. But yeah, I've got one.
We can tell you've done that before, Steve.
Oh yeah. When I go to bed, which is why I'm not sleep streaming.
There's one thing that I absolutely love about computer maintenance is getting the dust out of all those. Like, you know, when you just peel the dust out, and it's just so, it's so lovely. I love cleaning clogs of dust out of things. I used to love when I had a tumble dryer, when you clean the filter out of the tumble dryer and it's a big wad of.
We don't.
Oh, I don't
we don't have a tumble
anymore.
dryer.
No, my ex bought it for me as a present.
Also treated
My
well.
ex bought
Your
it for me as
ex bought you a domestic appliance as a present.
He did, yes. I left him about 3 months later. Oh my God, he's got the vibrator going. What's going on here?
I treating myself to this.
Is it a Dremel?
It's an electric screwdriver.
It's a Doctor Who screwdriver. Yeah.
Saves my it saves my arthritic wrist.
I don't blame you. My arthritis has been terrible.
Well, I took that PlayStation apart today, and I ain't kidding. To get it apart, there must be a minimum of 30 screws just to get the cover off.
You know, I got one as well, Mickey.
Not the cover, but
the.
Yeah, they're absolutely great.
Fucking brilliant.
Like I say, it saves my arthritic wrists, especially when you've got 30 odd screws to do. And Donna hasn't noticed I bought it. I've had it about 6 weeks, so.
So don't talk too loudly.
Yeah.
She's in bed. She'll be asleep. She'll be snoring red up. That's what I've been up to today, is cleaning out PS4s. And like I say, I quite enjoyed it. It's quite therapeutic.
When you get to the
actually gave me something
when you get
to do,
the bit
you know.
that you can just like lift off, and it's this sort of wad, this circular wad of something, or this line of fluff that you peel off. And
it was like lint.
Lovely.
It was like, you know,
lovely.
lint. Like, the whole thing was covered in it, and he wondered why it was overheating and shutting down.
My grandsons have got, I think it's a PlayStation. I'm pretty sure it's a PlayStation that you can hear from 3 rooms away, because it does need a clean out, and all you can hear And I said to my daughter, what the bloody hell is that? She said, oh, it's the PlayStation. It just gets really hot and makes that noise. I'm like, yeah, you need to clean it.
Yeah.
I took it back to him. I took it back to him this afternoon.
And he took the dust back
And
to
I
him
give
as
it
well.
him, and yeah, in a dustbin liner. And I said, look, plug it in while I'm here and tell me, because I hadn't heard it before. Tell me, you know, what was happening before. He turned it on. He said, I can't hear it. I said, well, that's how it's supposed to be. He said, yeah, but before that was sort of pretty much like you said. As soon as you turn it on, the fan would ramp up to full. And within 5 minutes, that would shut down. So
that's always, whenever a PC's overheating, that's the first thing to check is the fan. Got to tell you another side effect. Just changing the subject completely for a minute while I think about it. Here's another side effect of chemotherapy. These bridges on my glasses actually hurt the side of my nose. Only happens when I'm on chemotherapy, though. Thought I'd share that with you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That's,
right, anyway, carry on with your dust extraction story, Mickey.
no, I was just saying, I took it round and he was
The
quite
first
happy.
thing-
Hello, Alex.
First thing with laptops or PCs, as soon as they're overheated, that's the first thing to check. I mean, I've got a rule that whenever I take my PC apart, I dust it with my air duster.
I do mine once a month. Once a month, I completely strip it down, clean it all out, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 fans in there. And they said, and because it's down on the floor, and you've got a pet, that soon grabs up the dust.
My computer used to suck in both my cats' fur, and you see it with all the dust and the lint and everything. Yeah, I'm looking at mine now, and mine's not too bad. There is a little bit of residue that needs doing, but that's going to have to wait till next week because I've got lots to do this week.
Mine's got little LEDs on the motherboard, and I can see them through the side in the case. And at the moment they're flashing green, but when the temperature goes up, they flash green and red, and then red. And when they're flashing red, it's time for me to dust my PC. I'd share that with you.
Yeah,
what I am going to do, Mickey, what I'm going to do.
I find it quite therapeutic actually to strip mine down and clean it. I spend probably 3 or 4 hours doing it.
Good evening, Turbo. Good evening, Turbo.
Hello,
Best
pal.
Mickey is talking about his foreskin at the moment.
I am.
Down and clean it.
How I got the cheese out.
And how he keeps it clean.
How I got the cheese grater on it. Giving it a deep clean, yeah.
Good evening, Alex. We know you're driving. Good evening, Alex.
I guess it would be quicker to clean it if I stuck a firework up it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We did do well last night.
We did.
We were just talking about that a few minutes ago. First 25 minutes, half an hour weren't that good, but...
Who wants to hear a joke?
Once we did pick up, yeah.
A Welshman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman walked into a pub. And the barman says, "Where's the Englishman?" And the Scotsman says, "He's still at the World Cup."
God, dear.
Okay, tell us about this unluckiest house, Steve.
Yes, apparently this woman in Essex, right? Her house has been hit in the last 8 months. Her house has been hit 3 times by cars coming off the road and driving into her house. And she wants to know if there's anything she can do about it. And the overwhelming number of comments on the story say, "Yeah, move."
Yeah, I would. After hit once, that's unlucky. Hit twice, okay, perhaps that's just a coincidence. Hit 3 times, I'd be moving.
Yeah. No. She reckons it's the unluckiest house in Britain. Well, I think, I'd be moving as well. And it's going to come to a point where insurers aren't going to insure her.
Well, it's probably got to that point already. Is it on a
because
corner?
obviously the vehicles are the ones paying for the damage, but even so, the insurers will say, well, you've been damaged so many times, we're just not going to take a chance.
Is it on a corner?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So.
But you see, that's what, if I was buying a house, I would be concerned about corners, because when you're in a vehicle and you go round a corner and you think, oh, that was a bit tight, I wonder how many times that's been crashed into.
I feel the same way about sex, sir.
Right, oh, that's a bit tight. I wonder how many times.
When I go around a corner, I think, oh, that's a bit tight, yeah.
Wonder how many times that's been crashed into. build a concrete, but sometimes you can't build a concrete wall though, because a lot of the houses are very, very much on the road, like even with no pavement. Because that's how they would have been built, you know, back in the day, and the road was just a lane, you know, the horses went down, and then slowly cars came, cars came on the scene, and the roads got built and wider, and you're literally sort of skimming the wall of the house each time you go around that corner. So that's what I would be doing if I could. But also, that's another thing though. You've got to get planning permission. Building a concrete wall, you can't just stick it up, without planning permission, because it may well be.
Is there a footpath outside her?
I don't know. We have to ask. Steve,
no.
Oh.
Uh.
Because if there was, I'd get the fucking council to put a bit of Armco up on the edge of the footpath.
I don't think you're wrong there, Mickey, either. I don't think you're wrong there at all.
No, not if it keeps happening. A bit of Armco on the edge of the footpath.
Well, that's fucking hilarious, right? I just Googled Essex house crash, and the first result is car smashes into house as man from Wales arrested.
Oh, that must have been best pal.
It's an Essex house. It's an Essex house, and a Welsh man smashed into it. Oh dear, oh dear.
I was watching a documentary the other day. It's probably an old one on YouTube. That they're resurfacing the M6, and people living next to it are moaning and groaning and fucking moaning about the noise at night.
Yeah.
Now, they put complaints into MPs. They're always right, and they want to be put in the hotels. Now, and then they're not old people, so they haven't been there that long. So, my opinion is, why the fuck did you move into a house next to a motorway? When you know it's a motorway there, why the fuck did you move into a house there? And then complain about the fucking noise.
Yep.
I just couldn't get. And then they were like two fucking what people call
NIMBYs.
Yeah, what they call them, Karens, male versions of a Karen. All they did was bitch and moan. Even had the blokes go around from the people who are doing the night work, and the people who are doing the work hired a professional noise detector bloke, and he put his noise detector out to see the difference between the noise in the daytime and the nighttime they were doing the work, and the actual daytime noise was louder than the work they were doing at night. So just people just complain about fucking anything for no reason.
Thing, if it's resurfacing, okay, it's noisy and everything, but at the end of the day, the resurfacing will end up making the traffic quieter. Yeah, because I know from being in a car, when you're going over the rough ones that haven't been done for years, it's and when you go over the resurfaced ones, it's
you do that again.
It's smooth.
But
just do it again, just to be on the
road
same.
works. I think there's about
one more time. Go on, one more time.
What are you gonna do?
No, just do it one more time. No, you need to be higher. That wasn't quite the same. You need to be higher. You were higher before. Do it again. Go on.
Anyway, it's about 3 or 4 nights they were working outside.
Hang on, Mickey. One more time. One more time.
One
more.
But nasty morphine kicked in.
Thank you. Right, carry on, Mick. I no particular reason. I just thought she looked stupid the first time. I just wanted to make sure she still looked just as stupid all the subsequent times. Right.
I like it. Anyway,
that's a form of bullying, isn't it?
It is. Lack of Choices said it's like going to a strip club and complaining about the music being too loud. Yeah.
They had music in strip clubs?
Oh, I ain't there for the music, mate. I ain't there for the music.
Or the women too naked.
Yeah. I went to the strip club and all the women got their clothes off. But I couldn't understand why you're complaining if you bought a house next to a fucking motorway. That's what I sat there fucking shouting at the fucking.
Yeah, there's that. Well, you might not know. Steve probably does. There's a heliport on the river at Battersea, Westland heliport.
Right, yeah.
And lots of new buildings have gone up around it. And people are complaining, people are writing to their MP about the noise from the heliport. Now, the heliport has shrunk.
Been there since the 1960s, for fuck's sake.
Yep, and it used to be full-size. And the heliport, with the new builds going up and everything, is actually shrunk. It's about half the size now. And it doesn't get as much traffic as it used to. Still gets traffic, but doesn't get as much as it used to. And the people in the fields are complaining about the noise from the helicopter. Did you not see this big fucking heliport when the estate agent was showing you around? Did you not see this big fucking heliport sticking out onto the Thames and go, oh, what's that?
It's the same as people who move to the country and then complain about the noise of the fucking animals and the smell. Hello, you moved to the countryside. Fucking live up with it.
And these are people we want to give decisions to. You know, it's it's really crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. The other thing I wanted to talk about, was France, and they implemented this in 2019. And they said they were going to start doing it in 2021. However, COVID delayed it a bit, but it's now starting very soon. National service. All 16-year-olds have to do 1 month of civic service.
Now, do I agree with this? Civic service as in working for the country. So are they being enlisted into the army or just kind of like civil service?
Civic service is things like painting railings or returfing your local park.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's 1 month, and I think it's a good idea. Because also, it would help 16-year-olds work out what they want to do in the future. Do they want to go into plumbing or painting or whatever? And also, it instills a pride for where you live. So I think it's a good idea. It's only a month. Yeah.
Excellent idea. Not only that, it gives something back to the community.
I think it gives. I think if they have to do it, I think it gives structure. It gives them structure. That's a discipline. That's something that most 16-year-olds, I think, are missing. They're missing structure and discipline. But when you have to work and do something, it's structure. I also think it will give them a sense of accomplishment. I mean, painting park railings, for instance, might seem the most boring job in the world. But when you finish, you look back and you consider what they were like before and what they're like now when you finish. You get a sense of accomplishment. So I think it might.
And you can walk past it 3 months later and say to your mate, I did that.
Proud of it. I think it might also cut back on the crime rate because they're not being so bored. They're actually. I mean, they've got purpose and structure in their lives. And I would like to see us do something like that. I know we did military service for 2 years. My father did anyway. I think that's a bit too much, but civic service for a few months, I think that's a good idea for 16-year-olds. I think we should do it. But anyway, like I say, I think France is starting to implement it now.
I think we should do it for the long-term unemployed as well.
How's that work with me?
I do.
Work with me?
I honestly do.
How does that work with me?
You're disabled. It's totally different. I'm talking about long-term unemployed who are physically able to work and don't.
Also, though, you've got to...
There is always exceptions.
Technically, I'm unemployed because I claim I claim universal credit, but it used to be called job seekers allowance.
Yeah, but universal credit covers a plethora of fucking.
I bet you get the sick and disabled component.
Exactly. What I'm saying is these people, and there are a lot of them, who just don't want to work, who sit on their asses. If they're capable to work, then give them a bit of work.
I would love to be able to work with you. I would love it. I'd love the money.
I appreciate that. I'm not knocking all people who don't work. I never said that. I said people who are able to and don't. And there are a lot of them.
There though is that if they're going to work for their benefit, which is what for their welfare, which is what how the media put it, then why aren't they being paid the minimum wage? Why aren't they being paid a proper wage for it, rather than being paid 70 or whatever it is quid a week?
Well, that's another point to it. You know, pay them the minimum wage.
I mean, then I'm totally on board with exactly what you're saying.
And then top up with the benefit, because there's a lot of people who are in full-time work who still have to claim benefits.
Oh yeah. Topping up, absolutely, absolutely fine. But you know, when you've got what happens with the job centre, or what used to happen with the job centre, is that after a certain amount of time, you got forced into doing work experience, and you were literally working for your benefits, for your welfare, for your welfare check, and basically slave labour.
I've got the spinny wheel thing now.
Huh?
I've got the spinny wheel thing now.
Oh, basically, if you're working, then you need to be being paid the minimum wage. And so what would be good is that if you get this work experience, if you're given this work experience, and you're working to get your benefit, to get your welfare check and not be sanctioned, you should then also be topped up with money because you've been. That would instill a sense of pride in the people who had been forced into the work.
So you put it across so much better than I was getting at.
When you said it, I agree. Yeah,
but no.
I agree.
Yeah, but no, but yeah.
When you said it, I agreed with what you were saying. So exactly that.
Yeah.
So it would be great if they basically were okay. If you don't take this work that we're going to shove you into, we're going to sanction you. But if you do take this work, you will get money on top of your money.
Yeah.
Did you just say you'll get money off of your money?
On top of your money, she said.
I did. Not money off of your money. Money. Stop.
But yeah, because if you're working, pay them the minimum wage and top them up as if they were working.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So, you know, but just to let people to go years and years and years claiming dole, and I'm saying these who can work, who don't have any disabilities, who don't have any illnesses, I mean, I've got them in my road. They've actually bought their houses on the dole. I'm still in a council house.
Oh my God.
You know?
Can you buy a house being on the dole? That is just...
Because they do cars up in the back fucking garden, flog them off.
Oh.
Yeah. They bought their house, and I've been working, and I still haven't bought mine. Well, we know why I didn't, but.
That's the thing. I've got no problem whatsoever if somebody is like, if they get their hands on a car, do it up and sell it to make a little bit of extra money on the dole. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. On the dole or on welfare or whatever.
30 years I've lived here. Well, over 30 years. And the same guy has never worked in that whole 30 years, and yet he owns his own house.
That's taking the piss. This is what I'm saying. If someone...
So, essentially, he's running a business from home.
Which is, again, well, it would have been against the council's rules, if depending on what your council tenancy says. But it is also, it's on out. It's not in his house. Like, it's not a desk job. It's outside. But that's taking the piss. I was saying, like, if, say, for example, you got hold of a car, did it up, or a PlayStation, did it up and flogged it, got yourself a little bit of cash in hand, no problem. It's a one-off. No problem with that whatsoever. Like eBay, when people started selling their possessions on eBay to get a bit of extra cash, no problem. But it's when it turns into a business, you're literally running a business and you're claiming the dole. No. That is taking the piss.
Mm-hmm.
I know it happens. But I was just sort of setting my stall out there as to, you know, I can understand cash, a little bit of cash in hand, get, you know, blah blah blah, because it's a pittance what you get to live on. But when you do it regularly and then buy a house with it, and Best Pal says, surely the council will be like, where the fuck did you get this money from? Well, surely.
Now, you know you like pineapple on pizza.
Now you're talking.
I don't. I hate it. You know I do. There's a local pub in the area who's doing Christmas dinner pizzas, complete with turkey and
Oh my
sprouts.
God, I don't know if I like this.
I think I'd love it.
This is the sprouts bit.
What, don't you like sprouts?
Oh, I can't stand them.
They'd have to be.
Cranberry
They-
sauce.
Sprouts. I'll tell you what
Yeah,
sprouts are
lovely.
good for,
I
Mickey.
don't-
They're good for Halloween.
I love
right?
sprouts.
Get sprouts on Halloween, dip them in chocolate and leave them out.
Yes, that's so funny.
It's got turkey, homemade chestnut stuffing, sprouts, cranberry, bacon, and
Oh,
blue
yuck.
cheese.
Oh.
And
No.
sprouts.
Get rid of the blue cheese, get rid of the cranberry. That's disgusting. I'll have the sprouts. I'll take the sprouts.
Well, you've got to have cheese on a pizza,
they
for
can
Christ's
chuck
sake.
Boursin, garlic cheese. Some garlic cheese on, or just a bit of cheese, but not blue cheese. Blue cheese and cranberry and sprouts is disgusting.
I like blue cheese. A blue cheese sauce is lovely on a steak.
It tastes like you're lifting
Oh,
mold.
absolutely
Tastes
fantastic
like
on
you're
a
lifting
steak.
mold. Ugh. Yes, it does.
No, not when you
Best pal says, "Shut that pub down."
shut the pub.
No.
I'd go there. That's about 10 miles from here in Beccles.
No, I'm not a blue
I'd go
cheese
there.
fan. I went through a phase of trying to eat it because I was trying to get over, the phobias that your parents instill into you. And I was trying to get over this, and I thought, okay, I'll do bacon, and I think it's bacon and Stilton, some kind of sauce with pasta. And the first time I had
Yeah. Hello,
Hey,
Matt.
Match! That's all right. Welcome back. The first time I had it, it was okay, but the second time I had it was really, really like eating, like I'd left a bit of cheese just out for months and then licked the fluffy bit. That's all I could taste.
Nice.
So, no. I've just about.
You know, they make blue cheese by sticking copper rods through it.
Really?
Yeah, they stick copper rods in it, and the actual green is the mold that comes off the copper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll let it off.
Yeah.
It's not too.
But I do like a blue cheese sauce on my steak, or even on chicken, on chicken and scallop or something.
I like a smoked cheese and I like a garlic cheese, like a proper one. Not just cheddar with garlic.
Steve likes American
he does,
cheese.
yeah. He's not here, so we can hear him. American
I
cheese.
can hear him in the background.
Squeezy cheese. It was. Yeah, so I like an oak smoked cheese. I don't like when it's fake smoke flavour. I like it when it's actually been smoked in something.
Yeah. I don't know how they figured it out, Match, but they do. They stick copper rods in the cheese, and that's what gives that green or bluey bit.
Some little old bloke probably had
Where
this green copper rod and thought, I'm going to stick this in shit. I went around sticking it in
Yeah.
everything until he found something that, you often wonder, right? You often wonder how they discovered beer, right? Because technically, beer is something that's gone off.
Yeah, fermented.
Yeah, you have to wonder how to think, oh, let's just get a drink. Let's just put some crap in it that makes it go off, and then let's just drink it. How do they...
And they stick yeast in it, and
Yeah,
yeast is a
exactly.
mold, isn't it?
It's a fungus. But,
Or whatever.
But how the fuck did I discover that? Strange. Anyway, listen, we're supposed to be audience driven, and for the last few weeks, it's us that have decided the topics of conversation. We're supposed to be audience driven, right? So that's what I'm advertising us at, an audience driven chat show. So come on, audience, let's my ex-wife likes cider. Yeah, my ex-wife likes cider. Every time she got a prick in her hand, she put it in cider.
Mead is nice. I don't know if you ever had mead.
Yeah. Merrydan mead.
Mead's nice. Yeah. Anyway, I need a wee. Well, you get all these people chatting.
Mickey needs a commode for Christmas.
I need a new fucking chair.
Commode underneath it.
I do as well. The leather on the corner of my chair's starting to peel away now. So,
Yeah, all mine has. And
well,
all up
mine's
here.
actually what's called PU leather, so it's not proper leather.
Yeah, this is.
But yeah.
No, it's plastic. Yeah, it's vegan leather.
No, it's leather. It's leather, but it's not. It's not. It's not the best leather. It's PU leather. They do something to it. It is proper. It is proper cow skin, but it's not plastic cow skin. But I think they strip it away and coat it with something. I don't know. But anyway, oh fuck. Sorry, I'm in a lot of pain here, and it's. Oh, I'm struggling here a bit. I'm just looking at my eyebrows, Tracy. They've gone really funny.
They're hilarious. No, yeah, I can see that you're turning a little bit into Dr. Spock. Mr. Spock?
Yeah,
Mr. Spock, not Dr. Spock.
Yeah. So I think it's where I'm losing the hair because I'm looking and my eyebrows normally go across here and I'm losing hair on them. So
we did.
Oh,
We did,
yeah,
best
we did.
pal. Steve,
We did.
Just let us know if you want to stop. So
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I've got right. My mate does this when he comes around on Tuesday night. If I'm in pain, he says, "Let me know if you want to go home." And I say, "Well, will going home stop me from being in pain?" No. So will stopping right now stop me from being in pain, Tracy? No, it won't. I'll still be in pain, but I just won't have any other people to inflict it on. It's where I'm losing my hair. They've gone funny, so I might have to.
Yeah, it's creeping inwards. It's creeping
inwards. Yeah.
Best pal, yes, we did watch England game and we talked about it. I think about an hour ago, actually. We literally did a match analysis.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go and shave my eyebrows.
Captain. Yes. Oh, look, it's going to be just me. Look, welcome to the Tracy Show. The new background is for the football. Yes, it's got. It's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a pub, but it's got like the flags up with the clocks and stuff. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah, while the World Cup's on, because obviously until England get kicked out, it will be dominating the stream. Well, it will be on Saturday night anyway, unless we get kicked out. So yeah.
England beating France on penalties. We're not that good on penalties, to be honest. Not for a while, anyway. I will be happy if they.
Yeah, go on, Tracy. Go on, sorry.
I'll be happy if we beat France, and I'll be amazed if we do beat them on penalties. So
I think it's going to be a hell of a match.
Yes, I think I'm going to have half my family here
because they've never met each other in a World Cup knockout stage.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know that.
It's going to be a hell of a match. It's either going to be a hell of a match or it's going to be the world's most boring match, but I reckon it's going to be a hell of a match. I think England will raise their game. I just hope that... the one thing about this football that always cracks me up is everybody's got an opinion on it and everybody wants to be... Everybody's a pseudo-England manager. Well, if they were that fucking good, then why aren't they the England manager, is what I'd say. Everybody wants to be an England manager, and I don't claim to be any sort of football tactician. All I know is that at the start of the match, he's either got to have Foden or Grealish on the field if he wants to win. That's all I'm going to say. Or even both. Having them both on the field is I don't know whether that'd be counterproductive or not. But and Foden isn't anywhere near his prime yet, is he?
No, he's only 22.
But having Foden or Grealish on the field is vital. I mean, I keep coming back to this, that Grealish is the most fouled player in the English league at the moment, and I'm not surprised because he's got no fear. That man, when he gets the ball, he just runs at them, doesn't he, Mickey? And that creates chances.
Yep.
And that does create chances.
I'd like to see.
Oh, it's great.
I'd like to see more players running at the defence because it puts the fear of God at the defence to see somebody come charging at you. Not only that, he's tricky because he'll come running at you and then all of a sudden he'll go left or right. Or he'll shape to go left and then go right. He's very, and that's why he's fouled so much.
But yeah. Oh. Go on, Tracy, you're going to say?
I said it's rich tea time.
Well, they don't work too well with beer. I'm having beer.
Did Millie come down for a snack?
She's here now looking at me because I gave her one and I'm eating one.
Oh,
She
you
wants
got more,
mine.
Daddy. Got more.
Are they rich teas, Mickey?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Hello, Millie.
And there she is.
Millie,
Hmm?
want to go
Yeah.
walkies, Millie? Oh!
Look at that tail. Look at that tail. That's a happy dog tail. That's a happy dog tail.
Yes, I know he finally got a goal, but then he's yeah. We discussed Harry Kane earlier. We think we think that this is going to be his last World Cup. He's getting on a bit. And yeah, I did say that earlier about Harry Maguire. He has been playing quite well. Every time there's a corner, you definitely want that man in the 20-yard box. Definitely want that man in the 20-yard box.
I don't think, in my opinion, and I might be going again, I don't think sports like golf, tennis, and football should be in
Is
the
golf
Olympics.
a sport?
Well, no, it's just fucking. It's a walk spoilt, mate. Good walk spoilt. Really is. But I don't think they should be in the Olympics. I really don't. But, or if they have, they should be amateur teams.
Yeah, no, I think I agree because there's football associations that deal with football. Why should it also be in the Olympics as well?
Yeah.
It's just a bit. No, I like the way that football is when it's the association and you got you got the groups and the knockouts and quarters and everything. I like all that, even though I don't watch any of the Premier Leagues or anything. But I don't see why it should be in the Olympics. I don't want to.
As for fishing,
I mean, not being funny, they have their own World Cup.
Fishing a sport, right?
Oh,
how the fuck is fishing a sport? I mean,
yeah.
It would be a sport if the fish were armed. How the fuck is that a sport, right? I just don't understand the big fuss about fishing, right? Fish, tiny little brain like that, man, big brain like this, right? Fish have just got two instincts, eat and fuck. So man with his big clever brain, right, throws some food into the water and stupid fish thinks, well, I'm not fucking, so I must be eating, and eats the food. Man hooks the fish out of water and goes, yay, look how clever I am, I caught a fish.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm not fucking, I'm eating. And Matt says, I don't think golf is a sport.
If the fish had a hand grenade,
yeah, that would be.
I caught a fish. That would make it more interesting, or a sniper's rifle. If fish were armed with sniper's rifle underwater, that would make it more interesting. Oh, look, there's a fisherman. That would make it more interesting, but just throwing food at a hungry creature and then cheering because the hungry creature has eaten it is just beyond stupid.
But yeah, how nor is cricket a sport. How can it be a sport if you can play in a knitted jumper? Which there's a bit, yeah.
The other sport I hate is grunting. I hate it. I can't. Sean loves it. I hate grunting. I think it's really boring.
No, I hate it, especially Wimbledon.
Yeah, that's the Wimbledon.
The Wimbledon lawn grunting challenge.
Talking about that grunting. Did you see that Emma Raducanu, or whatever her name, got an MBE? What the fuck has she ever done?
She won the American Grunting Championship.
She won the American Open, but she's done fuck all before and fuck all since.
I genuinely thought you said Gladys something or other. That's why I was saying who. Yeah, I don't know where Gladys came from.
How the fuck is she worth an MBE when there's thousands of people who are doing so much good in this country, feeding, who work in food banks.
You could tell he's getting worked up because you're tapping something on his desk, don't you?
Well, I just think it's fucking absolutely diabolical that she's done absolutely fuck all except grunted a ball over a fucking net and won one fucking match. or won a Grand Slam and done fuck all else. And yet there's people here who are feeding the fucking sick and the fucking old and the people who can't afford any grub. And what they get? Nothing.
It's great fun when you let it. It's great fun when he takes the restraints off, isn't it, Tracy?
I love it. I love his.
Carry on. Carry on. You're doing a better rant than Basil 40.
Well, it's true though, isn't it? What the fuck has she done?
Well, let's hear your thoughts on dressage then.
Oh my fucking hell. Prance, teaching a fucking horse to prance? Huh? The fuck's that about? Huh? They're supposed to be little fucking things that run in about a field. Or in America, you use them for rounding up your cattle. They're not fucking supposed to dance. What's a fucking dancing horse, for Christ's sake?
Look, Matt says, when is it useful unless you need to parallel park your horse on a gymnast balance beam?
Well, exactly. Fucking dressage. What a load of shit that is.
What a load of old wank.
I've never seen a horse in a field walking fucking sideways, prancing with its fucking legs up in the air like a fucking dildo. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Transferable skills. Oh,
Sorry.
God, no, that's...
Carry on. What were we talking about?
You carry on. I'm quite enjoying you ranting, Mickey. You carry on, mate. You carry on.
Oh, I think the viewers are as well.
I think the viewers are as well. I'll be clipping this. Yeah, fucking
That's
dressage.
funny.
Yeah.
Non-transferable skills. That's just hilarious.
Yeah.
You imagine if you went to a job and they said, right, you have to learn how to prance sideways and then dip your head, all while you've got a nice big plait there, and you got lift one leg and then stand on a beam, and you'd be like, how is this going to help me for the future? And they're going to go, well, you might win a medal. And they go,
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Making a horse do what it's not naturally fucking supposed to do.
oh, it'd be amazing if they got a fish to do it. I mean, that's something I'd want to see.
That would be something.
Other than eating and fucking, they'd be able to do dressage.
Fish dressage. That'd be absolutely fantastic because they've got no fucking legs.
Just
What, flap their tails in their fins
and
about?
dip their head and then look coy.
They're going to dip their heads. It's part of their fucking
they
body.
don't, but they've still got like bones that they can move. But that's what I'm saying. It would be amazing if you could teach a fish to do that.
I really do.
We're not juddering on Twitch anymore, by the way.
No, I know. I've been green.
Exactly. Synchronised swimming. See, we've already got it. Synchronised swimming.
For the fish. Yeah, that's true.
They do it. Huh? And what's that all about? Prancing upside down with a fucking silly hat on your head and your legs sticking out the water going round and round in
but
fucking
they got to
circles.
wear a nose clip. They got to wear that nose clip.
Huh? Fuck's sake.
What gets me is I've never ever liked...
Some of the stupidest fucking things they put in the Olympics.
What gets me about synchronised swimming, and it always makes me feel ick, gives me the ick, is when their feet's sticking out,
I've solved the eyebrow problem.
They're pointing their toes so much that their foot is like bending over, like their toes their feet just give me the ick. Oh, there we go. We can't see the eyebrows at all now.
No, I need a piss again. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry. Oh.
You got it then, Match. Ick is a fish disease, so nice.
It's a fish disease.
Yeah,
is
it is.
Really?
The only reason I knew that was American Dad. There's an episode of American Dad cartoon where I think one of the humans catches ick from the fish, or the fish gets ick, or something like that. Anyway, and that's how I knew. But it does the toes like that when they're pointing their foot so hard that their toes are just like scrunched, and it gives me the ick. Ah! Match also learned that from American Dad. There we go.
It's not a program I've ever watched, to be
Say that
fair.
again. Oh,
It's not a program I've actually
quite
watched.
funny if you get into it. It's actually quite funny. I haven't been watching the most recent one.
I don't watch much telly anyway.
Oh yeah,
so-
you don't watch a lot of telly, no. But Family Guy and American Dad are actually quite funny and clever in parts. So, But it's funny and clever, but it's also something that you can just zone out to and fall asleep to if you have to.
Yeah.
That's it. Klaus is complaining about being lonely and tricks Haley and Steve into touching him, so they get it and have to spend time with him. That was it. Yes. And it's kind of like fish herpes, isn't it? In the cartoon. In the cartoon, that's South Park is the best. I used to watch South Park many years ago, and literally going back to the late 90s. I used to watch South Park then because I was hooked on the oh my god, they killed Kenny. But I haven't watched it since then. I remember I used to work in Woolworths at the time, and I was on the record counter, which wasn't records then, it was CDs. And that Christmas, it was the Pooh song. Oh, you'll know who I mean. The chef, the cook. And something about it's chocolate salty balls. That was it. We
Not Mr. Hanky the
yeah,
Christmas
there's
Pooh.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh, and also there was the chef or the cook in it. It was a black guy, and he was kind of like his voice was very the big bloke who did Never Ever Gonna Give You Up, the Barry White. So and he released a single called Chocolate Salty Balls. So suck on my chocolate.
I thought you were doing fucking Rick Astley then. Never
No,
gonna give
it
you
was
up.
yeah. Okay, I'm finished driving. So gold should be in the Olympics. However, the scoring should not be. Oh, golf should be in the Olympics. However, the scoring should not be on the holes, but the alcohol consumption between holes and the 18th only. Yeah, that sounds a bit like darts, to be honest.
That'd be better.
Isaac Hayes. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
of course. It was Isaac Hayes who played him, who voiced him. Of course. Yeah, so he had that grindy, sexy voice, which I was going for Barry White, but Isaac Hayes, yeah. Is he dead now, Isaac Hayes? I've got a feeling he is. Didn't Isaac Hayes also voice the Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors? Feed me, Seymour. I think he was. Yeah, he died. Yeah, I remember. I had a feeling I'd seen that. So, but he had a voice. What, Little Shop of Horrors? Oh, seriously, Little Shop of Horrors is good. And Audrey 2, the plant that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, is a cannibal. No, it's not a cannibal. It eats humans. Can't be a cannibal. Yeah.
That's it. Isaac Hayes. I knew his name from. Theme from Shaft.
Oh, Shaft.
Yeah, theme from Shaft. He did that in 1971.
Well, there we go. He went on to do Little Shop of Horrors. Well, you can check that. I'm sure I'm right with that. But he also then was the voice of the chef in South Park.
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it says here, Chef Chocolate Salty Balls official music video.
Can I just change the subject for a minute?
Yes,
you can.
Twitter. Not so much Twitter. Elon Musk. He had a poll last week. He had two polls last week. In fact, one asking if Donald Trump should be allowed back on Twitter, which the overwhelming majority said yes, he should. And then he had another poll last week saying, should anybody, unless their account has been flagged for breaking the law, all those people who've had their Twitter accounts disabled, should they be allowed back on? Now, he's made two mistakes there. First of all, he's given the public the choice, right? The same public that, just like unbelievable public. But the vote came back with an overwhelming yes. So what Twitter is now doing is they're now reversing the ban on all accounts where somebody's been banned from Twitter, but they haven't actually broken the law. Katie Hopkins is being allowed back on Twitter.
Oh, fuck.
That's one seriously toxic person. I cannot believe.
She's fucking Marmite.
I cannot believe that he's actually allowing those sort of people back on Twitter. Just such a toxic person. And I think it's a bad move because Elon Musk.
I think she's toxic because she likes to get the reaction.
Elon Musk he says it's freedom of speech. Well, Elon Musk, I think, doesn't quite understand that freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. and it doesn't mean freedom to
No.
abuse. And Katie
No.
Hopkins is a very toxic person. I mean, yeah, Piers Morgan is another one who's a very toxic person. No,
I can't stand the
them
bloke.
because they like to provoke and they feed on the reaction. And this is what
Yeah.
Katie Hopkins does. She likes to provoke and she likes to feed on the reaction. And it's a shame that he's actually overturning her ban because she'll get a cult following again. And I think that's really sad that people are sucked in on that. This is one thing I'll never understand, right, guys?
But the thing is, Steve, she'll get a cult following, or they'll repeat her behaviour,
Can I just say, sorry,
which then extrapolates it and it grows and
One
it
thing I
grows.
won't understand, right? Listen, hang on, let me just I'll come back to you in a second, Tracy. One thing I can't understand, right? How come people like Katie Price and Nigel Farage have followings where they are complete and utter paper hats, whereas us three don't have any following at all, apart from our couple of regulars? Go on, Tracy, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, Matt says, does it matter though? Will it really have any effect on anybody's lives? Well, the thing is, people like Katie Hopkins, I can't remember why she ultimately was banned off there, but somebody actually successfully sued her for, I think it was slander, it might have been libel, can't remember which, successfully sued her. And Katie Hopkins lost her house. She had to sell her house to pay up the settlement and pay for the legal fees because the judge found that Katie had been particularly odorous in this instance. So that she's just a tiny person in a massive, great big pool of toxicity. And so, yeah, if lots of these people are allowed back on and they haven't learned from their experience, if they come back on and they're exactly the same as they are because that's how they get views and that's how they get replies and retweets, then they haven't learned anything. And they're going to revel in their notoriety.
Notoriety, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. How come they can get followings but we can't? I mean, what have we got? We've got 7 viewers. We're not toxic. There's no way we are toxic. And someone like Katie Hopkins gets 1 million viewers. You know, how
She's
does
got
that work?
on Facebook. I don't know. She's got 249,000 subscribers on YouTube, which she's still active on, even though she's banned
How
from
the
Twitter.
fuck does that work?
Her last post was 12
I've
hours
got
ago.
just about 400. Obviously, I need to be controversial. Trouble is, I don't like. Trouble is, it's not in my personality to rip the arsehole out of somebody just to make an audience. You know?
No.
Yeah, Best Pal. See, that's the thing. So Matt says you need to be more extreme, I guess, and Best Pal says it's because Katie Hopkins attracts racists and all that. Now, we could be more extreme or controversial, but really, I really do not want to attract racists and misogynists and xenophobics, and I really don't want to attract those sort of people. And that's so there is a fine line between being controversial and funny or attractive, or controversial and attracting all those type of people. I really know my conscience wouldn't sit right in my conscience. And also, what if it turned me into one of them? Motorcycles.
You don't have to be controversial to be extreme. You can do motorcycle stunts. I've done plenty of motorcycle stunts unintentionally. So I used to ride enduro back in my younger days. I'll have to find some photos and Virago.
I've had people complaining about my Virago. They've said, "Why haven't you done it in maroon?"
Well, maroon was the
colour every other
the most common colour.
It's the colour that every other fucker's
It was the most common
Virago
colour.
is done in.
Tune in next week to do Tracy do a backflip on a Honda Gullwing. Oh dear.
Excuse me, people.
Came back.
I had gallbladder surgery at the end of September. I had emergency surgery to have my gallbladder out. Now, at the moment, I'm on chemotherapy because I have cancer. And what's basically happening is that when you've had a surgery and the tissue is healing, the scar tissue is healing, apparently it's rapid growing of cells. The cells are dividing quite rapidly to heal. Well, that's exactly what cancer does. Exactly what cancer is, a rapid division of cells. So the chemotherapy drugs don't know the difference between cancer and freshly healed scar tissue. So the chemotherapy drugs are actually attacking scar tissue from my surgery, which is quite painful, which is why I've got this stuff. Because it's when the pain gets unbearable, I've got to take it, and I'm getting to the stage where it's getting unbearable. Unfortunately, once I've taken that, I'm away with the fairies, which is a shame. But there we go. Oh, the joys of having cancer. But like I say, Mickey, when I first started out streaming, I did think to myself that I wanted to be. I could be controversial. I could be, if I wanted to, I could be racist. I could be controversial. I could be misogynist. I could be. I don't know what the word for hating religion is, and I definitely could be xenophobic. And I thought, if I did that, I'd probably attract viewers. But then I realised it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And I can't be somebody that I'm not. So I can't pretend to be a misogynist because I'm not.
Well, not being funny, Steve, if that was the way that this stream was going when I first came across it, I wouldn't be here now.
Well, yeah, same. Because I'm not interested in that.
Because it's not, no.
I can't be that person. It's not me. I can only be me. I can't, I don't know whether Katie Hopkins is like that in real life or not. I don't know. But I cannot be that person. I can't pretend to be something that I'm not.
Yeah, I
just enjoy us doing what we're doing.
I'm a great believer in what you give out, you get back. What goes around comes around, and karma and everything like that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, you know, if you give out hate, you'll get back hate.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just not that person. I was going to say I don't want that, but I'm just not that person. I mean, yeah, everybody can have a strong dislike for things and stuff like that, but I'm not the type of person to sit here and just be like bitchy or nasty just for the sake of it. No.
I've worked out how to deal with the eyebrows.
Hey! There we go. Let's get rid of mine at the same time.
One of these can be sent to you by Woody, signed and numbered.
Sealed, delivered. It's yours.
Well, except if you're me, then it doesn't get numbered or fucking signed. It just gets stuck in an envelope, or it wasn't even stuck in an envelope on its own. It was sent with something else.
Do you know what that is?
That's the smallest violin in the world.
Oh my god! So if your name's Mickey,
I had to sign it and number it myself.
If your name's Mickey, you won't have it signed and you won't have it numbered.
No. Hey. What the fuck is that all about? I think it's absolute fucking diabolical treatment.
I was looking at vagina pics. It's the newest thing here. Local women to make them more accepted. I'm sorry, I'm not. The local women take pictures of their vagina and just show them to you, do they? Or you're walking down the street and they say, "Here, look, here's my pussy." I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused there, Bob Toad.
I wondered what you were reading then. So I was looking at vagina pics. It's a new thing here local women do to make them. So you mean they put them up on the internet to make them feel accepted? Or they put it on a page? Oh, right. I've seen something like this before. There was something called 100 vaginas or something. And sorry, I'm just going to rewind here slightly. Calling the lady's genitals a vagina is one of my bugbears, because the vagina is only one part of a lady's genitals and you can't see it unless you go in with the speculum. So all you men out there and women,
I ain't fannying about doing that.
Exactly. It's all right, Lobtobe. I'm having a vague rant at all the people who say that they can see people's vaginas and that they can't. The outside, the whole thing is called a vulva, vulva. The whole thing's called a vulva, and then in that,
I had one of them. It broke down. Absolutely shit car. That
And
was.
then inside and outside, you've got the labia majora, the labia minora. You've got the clitoris, and the vagina is the birth. Oh, and the urethra as well. And the vagina is the birth canal and the bit that periods come out and penises go in. And you can't see it if she's got her legs closed. There you go.
It reminded me of that nurse that I went out with.
Yeah, no, I don't care. When in the bedroom, it's all very well what you say, but I'm just saying that what the outside is called the vulva, vulva, not the volvo. And one showed the inside. Do you mean the? See, this is what I'm saying. To actually show the inside, you have to open the hole with a speculum, which is look it up. Thank you, Alex. What the hell that's saying? I just get really, it just frustrates me so much when people say, or you read something in that and they go, oh,
you get frustrated when people don't open your vagina with a speculum.
No, I get frustrated when people, I get annoyed when people say about that they saw a nice vagina and that. You can't see a nice vagina unless she's prolapsed. It's just one of those things that really annoys me.
I saw one once. That was 66 years
There
ago.
you go. Thank you, Mickey. You have it right. And the fannying about was a very good pun. I enjoyed that.
Yes.
What's the bit that I put between my teeth and give it a good tongue lashing?
If you, oh God, if you,
That's the clitty.
Don't. If you're chewing on a clit, for fuck's sake.
What? Some people like it when you have a good old chew.
No, it's when you hold it with your teeth, right? At the base.
Yeah, because I've got
You
a
hold
gap
it with
in
your
my
teeth
teeth.
at the base,
just
right?
get it
And
in
you
your
lick
teeth
the
there.
top.
I'll
it
let you
down.
off, Mickey. I'll let you off, Mickey. Because he's got the gap. Everyone's gone quiet.
Yeah. See, you stick it between your teeth and flick it with
Yeah,
your tongue.
I'll let him off. But the chew. Oh dear, oh dear.
Hang on. Look, we're getting somewhere. Like every time Max,
And they don't
every
pull
time
away
Max
because they'll
thinks
bloody
of a
hurt. when
vagina, he's
it's
going to
stuck
think of
between
this
your
show.
Yay!
I've also noticed since we've said the word vagina, our viewership has gone up. Vagina.
But it's also one of these things when you don't forget I frequent forums and things with women on them and when you see or hear or whatever women saying that they have to shave their vagina and it's like, no, there is no way you've got hair growing in your vagina, for fuck's sake.
You've not been out with some of the women I've been out with then, Tracy.
Jesus Christ, no, it's
I'm
terrible.
sure they've got teeth up there.
Oh, vagina dentata. Ah, dear. Flaccid for life. I've given Matt erectile dysfunction. They do. The ladies' genitals do look so different. A wide variety of types. And so do men's genitals too. They're all over the place. So.
Vagina.
You're trying to raise the. You just every now and then you got to announce vagina.
Yep.
As for the teeth, I've seen that show before. It's called Ratters, and the little dog sinking teeth and shaking the head back and forth like a bad hangover. Oh my God. It's the name of my new...
That's me on a clitty, that is.
Seriously, mine has inverted so far that I think I've got a second vagina. I'm a mega cringe going on here. Oh.
Vagina.
She's clenching. She's clenching.
Vagina.
Yeah, just call it a fanny like everybody
Yeah,
else. Mind you, in America, they'd mistake it for your arse, wouldn't they? I'm going to stick my cock in your fanny. They'd still, no, I ain't taking up the shit shoot.
Oh, keep going. We might be in double figures by the time we finish this vulgar tirade of stuff. No, see, fanny covers the whole lady garden. So does pussy, the whole lady garden.
Uphill gardener. That's the best word for it that I've ever heard, Mickey.
Uphill gardener is a homosexual man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's plenty of names for it. None of them.
I've not been able to make the connection there. Uphill gardener. I've just not been able to make the connection. It just doesn't work, you know. Fudge packer works. I can see what they mean by that, but uphill gardener.
Well,
pushing
uphill
soil
gardener
upwards.
is you're digging the muck out.
Pushing soil upwards.
You're digging.
Uphill gardener, you're pushing soil upwards. He's still trying to work it out. Yeah, Clunge is a disgusting name. Clunge is horrible. Clunge sounds like you've vomited over it. Ugh. I can just about cope with minge. Yes.
Anyway, I thought we didn't talk about
Vagina.
that.
We went there. It was educational. We were allowed to do educational. Well, Tracy, in that case, I bust out the abseiling equipment and mail it the hubby with a climbing helmet. Never heard fun.
And the miner's lamp.
And
Vagina.
And the aqua lung.
canary.
Oh yeah, need one of them.
Thought Lorraine Kelly was funny on Bo Selector. Oh, did you see me minge? I used to hate the word minge because minge to me sounded dirty, like a dirty lady garden. But actually, I've got used to it now. Now that I'm older, tell him safety first and always lock off with the carabiners.
They're
And
what
the
you use for
crampons,
climbing.
which I always wondered why crampons were called crampons because it sounded like a tampon for women who were having a really bad
Exactly.
period. What if this becomes normal accepted? Then women start showing faces with the vulva pics. What? 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 It becomes normal with women having.
Oh, I need a
on their-
piss again. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That'll teach me to drink 3 bottles of beer, won't it?
It will. So I don't get that. You mean what if it becomes normal with women start putting faces on their vulvas, on their? Is that what you mean? Or they start showing faces? Oh, you mean start showing faces next to the pics that you were looking at? Well, this is the thing. Vulvas are all different, they're all as different as people's faces, all as individual as people's faces. So you know, do you need to know who's? Oh, I'm sure that there's some sites out there that have got women proudly displaying their face next to their lady garden. I'm sure there are. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day, does it? Because they're all weird and wonderful. But yeah, using hubby sperm and making food. Yeah,
Vagina.
why would people do that? And I've not known of people in my life, but you see it on news articles and that occasionally where someone's gone a bit mad and used hubby's sperm to put in people's food that they're cooking for. That's mad. That's to surprise her. Well, if if I ever found out that anybody, including my husband, did that to me, he'd be lucky to be still producing sperm after I found out. Let's put it like that.
He'd have a Betty Bobby.
Oh, not just that. I'd be wearing his bollocks as earrings. Honestly, just the thought of men do disgusting things to women anyway, but I can just imagine that they think it's bloody hilarious to. Oh God, no! We're gonna have vagina on screen now, aren't we? There we go, flashing vagina. Steve's flashing his vagina. No, match. What he's saying, what Lord Toby's saying is that the husband makes the wife some food and puts his sperm in it to see if she can taste it in the food. And I'm saying that if I ever found out that anybody had ever done that, including my own husband, he would never be able to produce sperm again.
Run.
He wouldn't do that though. He's not disgusting like that. If completely different situation. If I said, "Here, love, spunk into me burger," I'm inviting it. That's different. But if he did it, no, it's not that she doesn't mind that taste. It's actually assault. If he's putting his bodily fluids into her food, is actually assault. It's not that whether she minds the taste or not. I don't mind the taste at all, as long as you haven't been recently smoking or eating something asparagus. I don't mind the taste, but I don't want you serving it up in my food without asking me.
That's
Yeah.
all right if they ask you first.
If they ask me, I'm not saying this is a hypothetical situation because it hasn't actually happened. But if I was asked and I agreed and it happened, I have no problem with that. But if I wasn't asked and then somebody served me up some food and then I find out, oh, love, you didn't taste that I put my spunk in it. Yeah, you'd never be pretty. Thank you, Alex. Yeah. Well, exactly. It's terrible. But yeah, Matt, I thought he put a vulva in the catalogue and see if she'd spot it. Yeah, no, it was worse than that. Way worse than that. It is okay if he says you want some spunk on your spag bol because he's asked. He's asked. He's asked if you want it. Don't put any parmesan on my spag bol unless I've... But they would agree first. Yeah, if they agree, that's fine. I've got no problem. If you whatever you want to eat, that's absolutely fine. Vagina. There we go. So he would test her taste next week's month. Yeah, but how would he test it? No, see, he would have to be asking her each time. I don't hear it that often, but Loptobe is obviously very intrigued as to. Come on, Mickey and Steve. How often have you two shouted through from the kitchen? Here, love, I'm making some dinner. Do you want some spunk on it?
I wouldn't be so crass.
Exactly.
I happen to love and respect my partner.
Exactly that. There's a time and a place for it, and it ain't in the.
When I'm in the bedroom, I say, "Roll over and bite pillow, bitch." But
in
his fucking dreams, that is.
But that is precisely my point. It's disgusting and disrespectful if you just. Can you imagine? Oh, you wouldn't do it anyway. But can you imagine if you're one of these guys who quite happily just spunk into your partner's dinner to see if she can taste it, and
how embarrassing would that be if the kids came in while you're wanking into the spag bowl? What are you doing, Dad? I'm seasoning it. Yeah. Embarrassing would that be? Seriously, how embarrassing.
Oh yeah, and again, yeah. See, Loptobe like that. I mean, just what if your mother walked in or something? I mean, it's just terrible. Mickey wouldn't be so vulgar. He'd say, "Would you care for a sprinkle of semen on your spaghetti bolognese, my dear?" He would, wouldn't you, Mickey?
His wife would say, "Where's Mickey?"
No. I must be getting old because that conversation didn't interest me at all. So I went and had a look on Facebook.
You're not alone, Mickey. It's
No, but on it right. It was.
I was involved in the fanny talk.
I think the thing is though, is because it's not interesting to us, and I just got riled about it because there are guys who think that it's hilarious or sexy or whatever to do stuff like this to the partners who aren't agreeing to it. No. And that was why. And it came right on the back of me saying it's not called a vagina when you're looking at the front bottom. What if a bakery would make them with baker's dong and advertise it like that? Special type of bakery. No. Matt says on South Park they call it the Yelper special. If someone says they review for Yelp, they fill the meal with boogers and cum. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's getting worse. And there's no other reply thing for me to read out afterwards. So, shall we change the subject?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Vagina.
No. Come on, boys. What should we talk about now?
Vagina.
Well, I'm just reading that an 8th child has died after
Strep A, yeah.
Strep A.
They're going to start in any school that's now showing symptoms of this Strep A. They're going to give mass antibiotics to the entire school.
Good.
Sounds
sensible.
sensible.
A very sensible thing.
Although, hang on, I said good, but I'm going to pull back on that slightly because although it sounds sensible, if you over antibiotic people, you know from taking antibiotics that it kills off the good bacteria as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it can leave you more vulnerable to stuff later in life. But there has been studies that shown that the amount of times that you were giving antibiotics as a kid affects your illnesses and your immune system and everything later in life. And that's why they're loath to give out antibiotics now. So on the one hand, yes, and on the one hand, I'm not sure. I think there should be more awareness about what Strep A can do and what it can turn into, like scarlet fever and things. Because I said the other night, 30 years ago it went round all my kids and all my kids' friends and everything, and we knew what to look out for. We knew what we were looking for. But it doesn't help that we've just come out of COVID, and even the health, it's not a government person, it's not a health minister, but like Jonathan Van Tam was, whoever it was. I can't think of who, but one of the scientists has said it's probably been caused by COVID. Yes, exactly.
It's because for 2 or 3 years now, everybody's been either isolating or locked down, and I think everybody's over cleaning now, which, as we said the other night, doesn't give kids a chance to catch these little bugs, which help with their immune system. And I think this could be a result of that, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think that's what the health person, the scientist, oh God, I'll look it up afterwards, was saying, that it's not caused by COVID, but it's caused by the COVID period. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of all these things. And again, like I said, awareness. My oldest daughter messaged me a couple of days ago and said, this Strep A thing is this the new COVID? And I said, no, it's been around forever. And she went, oh, okay, and I can relax now, sort of few, because she trusts me to tell her the truth. But it's been around for forever. It's just the media are reporting it now, and it is sad. But hold on, kids should not have some bugs. Common parasite toxoplasma causes schizophrenia and bipolar. I know. I agree. Kids should not have some bugs. But kids should have the bugs that go around, because toxoplasma does that come from animal poo? Because toxoplasmosis, I think it is, and toxicara come from animal poo, and it can turn you blind. Yeah, I thought so. See, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm not saying that kids need to eat animal poo, but I'm saying mixing with each other. Go on, Mickey.
I'm just reading the most bizarre thing I've ever
All I can say is vagina.
Carry on, Mickey.
There's on Channel 4 tonight, apparently, there was a programme of a woman having a corpse dissected live on TV.
Was it tonight? Oh, yeah. I'm fascinated with that.
She apparently she had cancer of the eye and she died. But she's actually it's going to be her voice that is actually talking about it.
That's bizarre. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with the autopsy programs ever since that guy, the one who did the plastification. He's got Parkinson's now, or dementia or something. I can't think of his name. I'll look it up.
But I just think it's bizarre that somebody wants to watch somebody's body being cut up.
I think it's one of those morbid curiosity.
It's supposed to be this film shows a dissection of Tony's body during a series of educational workshops. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think
it's intended to educate viewers on the signs of cancer and its journey through the human body. Okay. Righto.
Yeah,
not something I'll be watching.
I mean, it's one of these things that you don't get to see normally. Only only the morticians get to see stuff like this. And I think as long as it's done in a respectful, educational way.
Well, yeah, that's what they say. It's going to be sort of an educational.
Not ta-da, here's her lungs. You know, I don't want Big Brother type stuff. I want the way that it was done with this other guy with the plastic.
You'll have to watch it on catch up.
I will do, and it's one of those things that I find fascinating because once we're gone, and it's a learning experience for people. And don't forget, there's still a massive amount of people, massive percentage of the world population who don't know what different parts of the body do, and anything that can teach you is a good thing. And I think it's brilliant because if you think about it, going back 200, 300, 400 years or whatever it was, even doctors and surgeons didn't know how parts of the body worked, and they were privy to being able to see people being cut up in public.
Yeah, we used to dig them up to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I gave my corpse?
Probably seen how that works, Steve. Yeah.
Wait, but you can.
I just seemed a bit.
Thank you. Sorry. Just going to run down. Probably match about the script. Probably.
I need to fucking loo again. My bladder. Sorry, people.
That's all right. Vagina.
Hey,
Gunther von Hagens is the man. Yeah, I loved him. Match says I was going to do my schoolwork experience in a morgue, but the school wouldn't let me. Damn. What if I gave my corpse to be disrespected on TV? You can donate your corpse to be to things like this, not necessarily on TV. So yeah, it is.
Yeah, she did. She did. She donated it and said, she gave her permission to not only that to be named and to have her body dissected. And I should assume that they must have given her a script match because apparently part of it is her describing what they're doing.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal. It would be illegal if I did it to you. That would be illegal. But as long as the person doing it is a proper scientist, mortician, fully trained and everything like this, and there's all the permissions from the person who died and donated it, and also from the family, because the family could turn around at the end of the day and go, no, we don't want it happening. So as long as there's all permissions, it's not illegal. Careless land. Okay. I don't know if we're getting some language barrier here. Yeah, no, it is cool. It is cool. I volunteer mine to some kind of haunted house type thing to scare people. Now that might be illegal, Match. That might be illegal. I don't think it's disrespectful as long as it's done respectfully. And when it's on TV, it can be educational. Like I said, they're not ripping her lungs out. Like they're not pulling her apart and ripping her lungs out and going, ta-da, here's some lungs.
No, it's done medically. Yeah. It's done properly. It's something that they do every day. The only difference it's going to be is that they're going to have cameras present and use it as educational. I don't know if it's for university purposes.
I've got it. Sorry, Mickey, I've got it. Lobtobe actually means with the purpose. He wants to donate it with the purpose of actually disrespecting it. So basically, people can make it.
Did I hear her right? Did I hear her just say, I don't think it's disrespectful if it's done respectfully? Well, duh.
Yes, you did. Yeah. You did.
Well, duh.
Matt says that there was that guy who wanted his skull to be used in Hamlet, and David Tennant was the one to hold it and give the famous speech. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. I was misreading what Lobtobe actually said anyway, because he wants it to be disrespected after he's dead.
Chicken out the biscuits, Mickey.
Hey, what? Oh, Rich Tea, McVitie's.
No, Tesco.
Fucking Philistine.
We get a lot of Tesco goods here. I don't know why.
It might be because your wife works there or your partner works there. Has that got anything to do with it? No.
Yeah, could make a skeleton motorbike with skull as a light. Yeah, well, see, Yeah, you'd have to find the right sort of company that would do that. So, but again, it was the guy Gunther von what's his face. I'm gonna have to scroll up to what. Gunther von Hagens. He did this plastification, and he did
The Von
human body.
Trapps were the Sound of Music, weren't they?
Yes. Yes.
Vagina.
Yeah, well, there were a bunch of fannies. Do you know, that's one program. That's one film I've never seen.
Oh,
Or I've not seen all of it. I mean, I used to sit down on a Christmas afternoon. It would start. I'd fall asleep and wait up at the end. That's how fucking interesting that fucking film is to me.
Here's a topic then. It's what films has everybody else seen but you haven't?
Any of the Harry Potters.
Well, Sound of Music for a fucking start.
Any of the Harry Potters.
Huh?
Yep, same.
I think I've seen 2 of them.
I've not seen any of the Harry Potters, and I've not seen Sound of Music. Go on. What else?
No,
I've seen Sound of Music.
I don't know. You tell me.
Never watched Harry Potter, says Best Pal, and Match says Titanic. Oh, you're missing something there.
Yeah.
The effects are good. I'll give it that. What others?
I saw a classic, actually, Titanic. I saw a classic role reversal skit about that because of women wanted equality. It was her in the water and that, and him on the board. That was quite funny. She kept saying, "Oh, let me climb on the board." He said, "No, you wanted equality. You stay in the fucking water." Like, I thought it was great.
Who did that?
I don't know. I don't know. It was on Facebook. I saw it or something, but it was really funny. Or whether it was a TikTok.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I just found it.
Not a single episode.
Same.
Nor have I, for the simple fact that I'd read all the books. And I had read all the books, and he still hasn't finished the fucking books.
That surprises me.
So I won't.
You can read.
What? Well, there you go then. See? But yeah, I've read all the books except up until, and he hadn't written one for about fucking 5 or 6 years because he then went, I'll make more money out of the series, and the end of the series is fuck all like the end of the books because he hasn't finished the books.
Match, that rings a bell. Actually, I think I've heard that one as well because he should have given up his space on the boat, on the lifeboat for one of the passengers.
Vagina.
Yeah. What other films? There must be loads of other films.
What do you mean, Rich T are the worst?
I won't disturb you.
Did you hear that? Steve said vagina, and Alexa said something like, "I don't understand."
No, she didn't. She said, "I won't disturb you."
Never seen any of the Rockies. I think I watched the first one.
Vagina. Okay, Steve, I won't disturb you.
What, while he's playing with his vagina?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh,
She said, "Do not disturb" comes on at just 5 minutes past midnight, and it stops the doorbell, my phone, and the telephone from disturbing me until 11:30 in the morning.
It was such well timed. You said vagina, and she said, "I won't disturb you." You've never seen any of the Aliens or Predators either. Missing out again there.
Alexa, what is a vagina?
I have one definition for vagina in the context of biology: the muscular tube that leads from external female genitals to the cervical opening.
There you go.
Yes, she said it.
Never seen any of the Die Hards. I've only seen the first one, I think.
Alexa, can you say vagina in Welsh?
Doo-doo.
That got her.
Anyway, I'm going for another pee.
Well, why didn't you tell her to say, Alexa, say vagina in Welsh?
Alexa, say vagina in Welsh.
Microwave in Welsh is microdung.
Microwave, she said. I haven't seen any of the Harry Potters, and I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbits. I think that turned out to be an urban legend, but people use it because it's so funny. Steve, Match says, isn't the Welsh for microwave Papa de Ping? But I think that's an urban
What do
legend.
I know?
You have to ask Alexa.
Alexa, what? Alexa, say microwave in Welsh.
Microwave in Welsh is microdung.
Microdung. Microdung. Yeah, see, Papa de Ping, I think, was an urban legend that people now think people use Papa de Ping because it's fun or
And
something like that.
It's better than the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Microdung. There we go. I can speak Welsh. Microdung. Mickey's got no idea why I'm saying microdung.
I do. Microphone. See, I speak Welsh. It's microwave in Welsh.
Hey.
See? Yaki da.
No, match. They can't spell it like that because there's too many. Can't remember what it's called now.
Consonants.
No, not consonants. Too many. What's the other one?
Vowels.
Vowels. Thank you. There's too many vowels in it.
No, Ren,
You need
too
to
many
remove the
consonants.
O, and then
There's
that'll be
one
right.
vowel in that.
Yeah. There's too many
All
vowels.
the rest are consonants.
Well. Huh? What?
There's only one vowel in that, all the rest are consonants.
I know, and I'm saying that by having one vowel in it, it's too many for a Welsh word. The joke's gone now because I couldn't remember what a vowel was.
I know what the punchline was. The punchline was vagina.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
10 past.
On to bed.
10 past midnight.
past 12. What do you reckon? Go to 1:45 and then it's been 3 hours?
Well, I'm going.
Oh God, no! 1:45's going to be too long for me.
All right.
Can we just do like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 minutes then. All right, we'll go to 2. We'll go to 20 past then. All right, how's that? About 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Do we?
Is that all right for you, Mickey? Do you want to go have sex?
Absolutely fine.
8 minutes. Do you want to go have sex and come back and say goodbye?
Fucking 8 minutes. Fuck me. I'll be back. Fucking 6 minutes left. And that's with me having to go upstairs and come back.
Are you going to eat the pizza as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, I didn't know that, Match. Letters and numbers. Do they still got the boo? Actually, Match, have you seen the episode of
You do that again?
boo?
She did that well, didn't she, Mickey?
That's almost as good as my news. Almost.
Did you ever see the episode?
Tracy, hang on, Tracy, can you do that? When she's done that, can you do yours? Go on.
Ready? Have you got your
Go on, Tracy, go on.
Yeah, I'm going to. Are you ready, Mick? Yeah, he's ready. Boo!
Vagina.
That's our new intro. Vagina. Let's. Oh yeah, no. So, has anyone seen the episode of the IT Crowd where they do street countdown? I was actually going to say street vagina then. Jesus Christ. Street countdown. The IT Crowd. Has anyone seen that?
I don't even know who the IT Crowd is, so.
Oh, the IT Crowd is it's a comedy by Graham Linehan.
See, I told you I don't watch telly.
That's it. Match has got it. That's a nice Tanettenba. Oh, it's hilarious. You might have seen it in the past though, because it's not a new thing.
I don't watch telly. I haven't watched telly for years.
The first rule of Street Countdown is tell everyone.
I'm with you, Mickey.
I'm fucking lost, I am.
I'll tell you what, I did watch on iPlayer last night, which is well worth watching. Ice Cream Wars.
Yeah.
It's a documentary, 2-part documentary about the ice cream wars in Glasgow in the mid-80s. It's actually quite fascinating. Actually, quite fascinating. Resulted in the death of somebody.
All right.
Yeah, it's actually watch it. It's a 2-part documentary. It's well worth watching.
Vagina.
You keep going on about vagina, Tracy. Will you stop? You don't find us going on about it, do you? Ever. She's obsessed. Ain't she, Mickey?
Yeah.
On and on about it, she goes.
Match
Totally
Ben
obsessed.
versus Jerry. I think that's fucking class.
Yeah.
Dear.
Yeah. I agree. Chris Morris was great in the IT Crowd. It was one of my favourite comedies. I think each episode is as good as each other. You know, I can't think of one that is less. You know, sometimes you get series that where an episode is less good than the rest, and I can't think of one.
Did she just say less good than the rest?
Yes, I did. They're good, but they're not as good as the rest. So it's less good than the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that it's crap, it's just not as good as the rest. Oh, I don't know, you're still learning my idiosyncrasies. My not
You're
idiot.
what? You're
Idio
what?
something.
Idiosyncrasies. The way that I speak, the way that my brain works.
I've had my teeth in since 6 o'clock this morning, and the fixer dent is starting to wear out, so they're starting to move about in my mouth a bit.
Try expanding foam.
Thanks, Mickey. I'll give that a go. Good tip.
Oh, red hot tip.
Well, you don't come here for my fucking wisdom, do you?
I can't take my teeth out yet because we had toad in the hole for dinner, and I've still got a portion left, so that's my supper tonight. When we finish, bung it in the microwave and have some heated up toad in the hole. Bung it in the popperding.
Pop the ping.
We had pork chops, so I got none left, so I can't ping then. Yeah, that's it. Matchy Gorilla Glue. That'll do. That'll stop them fucking slipping.
Yeah.
Hey.
Having false teeth can be great. Having false teeth can be a wonderful thing, but if you have them in too long, my ex-wife used to wear hers 24/7. I can't do that.
Well, didn't you take them out for a blowjob then?
No, she took them out for a blowjob. You haven't put them back in again.
Oh, that's all.
But I can't do that. Well, I've never taken my teeth out for a blowjob.
No.
But I can't do that because after a while, like I say, the glue that holds them in place, Fixodent or Polygrip is what I'm using, just sorts of wear loose, and I've got to keep them in because I've got to eat my food. But then when I've had my food, I'll take them out for the night. I can't leave them in overnight.
I don't
I'm
wear
always
mine.
worried I'll end up.
Simple fact, I could never get on with them. Just made me fucking gag. So I don't wear them. And now they don't fit my mouth. So I'd need a new set.
Mine hurt when
Because
I
your
first put them in.
teeth move if you don't have anything to fill the gap.
Mine first hurt when I put them in, Mickey, but that went away after a couple of days. Just get used to it.
Yeah.
But I can't be without them because it's the only way that I can chew on this side of my mouth.
Yeah.
But it does get a bit grinding when they start to come loose towards the end of the day. But that's not bad. That's what, since 6 o'clock this morning, so that's 18 hours they've been in. I don't understand how people can wear them 24/7.
You could always liquidise your food. You ain't got to fucking chew it then.
Not quite the same, is it? You
Oh.
don't drink sausage toad with a straw.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
Vagina.
Yeah. You might suck that through a straw. But yeah.
Tracy's gone very quiet. Is she dead?
No, I was I had my eye on something else, sorry.
Oh. Huh? She's looking
I
at.
was just lining up what I was going to watch after we finish this stream in a minute or two.
Okay. What are you going to watch?
Vagina.
Yeah.
What
What are you going to watch?
Are you going to watch this autopsy?
No, my sister has a
It'll be on more
YouTube a YouTube video that I haven't watched yet, so I might give her some views on that. And I've got, I really like, it's called Two Doors Down. It's a Scottish comedy on BBC, and I've missed absolutely every single one of them because it's usually playing on a Wednesday. So I might binge watch some of that. Anyway, listen, we're at 20 past, guys, which is when we said we're going to.
I was just about to say it's 20 past. If we want to call it a night. So are we calling it a night?
I think so. And
Well, it's gone midnight, and I haven't turned into a gnome yet, so it must be fairly fucking imminent.
Yeah.
I'm going to say good night, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Busy week this week, but for me anyway. But I shall be here on Wednesday as usual. Guys, what about you two?
All right, I've got something very important to say to Mickey.
What?
Join her.
Oh. Good night. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. And we'll be back Wednesday for another.
Yep, I'll see you on Wednesday, and I'm going to try the faces to play us out. So let's see if it works.
Vagina.
Vagina.
Fanny.